It's day 6 of my 30-day Talk to Camera challenge. I'm going to talk about a very controversial topic. It is about confidence. So many people attempt public speaking for a goal of gaining confidence. Their entire goal is, I want to be confident. Now, I challenge that notion. Why? Because confidence is such a big beast that you will forever walk in the public speaking treadmill, ever meeting that confidence land. You will, it's like a limitless, never ending goal of walking in that treadmill. Have you walked in a treadmill or an exercise cycle? You just go nowhere. Now, let me tell you why. Many times and often we feel not so confident, inconfident. And we think, we watch speakers, we watch YouTube videos, and there are so many people who speak with confidence. And most of the YouTube folks use a teleprompter. That's a good thing. But what does that mean with confidence? What does that have to do with confidence? And they think, they watch all these YouTube videos, I want to speak, or they in their office, they see leaders speak with clarity and confidence. And they think that should be my goal. I want to speak confidently. Now, let me tell you one simple scenario. Imagine, or just go to your childhood when you were teens, attempting to learn a skill. Let's say driving, for example. So, what did you do to become confident in driving? Was your goal confidently driving? Yes, can be. And to achieve that, what did you do? You took the lessons. In fact, your goal was not to drive confidently. Your goal was to reach from home to college without any accidents. Your goal was to drive safely. And safety was the major fact. You are safe, other people are safe. And what did you do? You took driving lessons, you gave driving tests, you read books on driving, and despite all the reading, you actually have to drive that car with an instructor beside you, and might be your parent beside you, and drive those 120 hours on an L plate, learner's plate. And once you drove, eventually you graduated, you passed the learner's test, and then what did you do? When there was no crowd, you drove on the weekends, you drove during off-peak hours, you went through different roads, and with that mileage, you started gaining confidence. But remember, confidence was not the goal. Your goal was being independent, to drive all by yourself without anybody sitting. And when you started initially, you were just focused on driving. No, I need to drive. And if some child is behind the seat, they will tell, you're not driving properly, or how's the weather like? You tell, shh, nobody talk. Let me focus on driving. You were just focused on the road, building that skill. And as you started becoming skillful enough, you started tuning in the radio, you started changing the music, you started even chit-chatting, making a joke, keeping your eyes on the road. You even for a second or millisecond looked at the next person made a brief eye contact and then focused on the road, and you started driving safely. And with as your confidence grew, you started mastering 40 speed, 60 speed, 80 speed, hundreds, 100 and the speed limit, 110. And you were supremely confident. And then with your, sometimes you kept the windows out as well, looked outside, appreciated that beautiful scenery during long drives. And you felt fiercely independent. And all the while, remember, the goal was actually not getting confidence. Your goal was reaching home safely. So what I am attempting to tell? I am attempting to tell you that confidence is a byproduct of achieving a goal. It's a natural outcome. Now you might be thinking, so what do I do to become confident? I should say, as Jim Rohn suggested, vague goals equal to vague results. Concrete goals leads to concrete results. And once you get results, you start to become confident, or confidence comes automatically. Confidence is like that shadow. It follows success, or when you achieve your goals, it comes naturally. So my friend, think of asking yourself why I want to become confident, what I want to achieve. And today I was having a chat with one of my mentees. I mentor around 25 people in their public speaking journey. And in the first chat, she told, I want confidence. And believe it or not, all 26 of my mentees, when I chatted with them for the first time, that was their goal. I want confidence. And once I dispelled the myth of confidence, we started putting in goals. You know what is her goal now? Her goal in 3 months is to speak in front of 15 people. She will attempt to put in 3 funny stories in her presentation, and her metric is the engagement of the audience. How many people will laugh? How many people will come and appreciate my presentation? And the final tick is how many of her supervisors would come and ask her, can you present this presentation to a different level? So there you saw how she went from the goal of having confidence to something really concrete, something really tangible, which she can measure. So I'll leave you with this question. If you are aiming for confidence, move it and tell yourself, let me focus on a concrete goal. What should I do, or what should I feel, or what should happen so then I can feel confident? And have those concrete goals defined. And once you define these ones, you start working towards it. Your entire presentation, your speeches, your little moments of public speaking helps you build that particular confidence into getting that goal. You start becoming reliant on nothing except yourself, because confidence is a myth. Don't have confidence as your goal. Have confidence in having confidence as an outcome of your goal, not the goal itself. I'll see you in day 7 in the next video. Bye for now.